Morning, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, Lola Lee Rolla, you picked the movie The Sparks Brothers.
Yes. I know little about this other than it is a musical documentary. And I know that because I saw it when I was looking for the movie. I don't know anything else about this. I've never heard of this. Yeah.
I don't know who the Sparks Brothers are. A musical documentary. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be educational for us, for sure.
I like music. I like music.
Yeah. And I enjoy documentaries. I'm one of those people that's like, oh my God, I watched this documentary. Now I have to tell everybody to go watch this documentary because I learned so much watching this documentary. I know it sounds pretentious, but I really do get jazzed about them.
Everybody watches documentaries now. Netflix is chock full of them.
That's true.
It's always exciting to come across one that you haven't heard of. That's popular.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I just watched the Ocean Gate one. The billionaire, the billionaire who built the sub that killed everybody.
The smartest man alive.
Oh yeah. It turns out that being rich and knowing what you're doing really are two separate things.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I watched part of that too. Pissed me off when it happened. Pissed me off when I watched it. So
it's like, oh my God. If you have money and say anything confidently, people will think you know what you're talking about, and that is not always true. Anyway, that was a digression. Let's get going. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers who've been with us. Thanks so much, guys. Special shout out to our super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Ballers Foldes, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Lindsay Swift, Natasha Norris, NJ, Squick, Sujugunava Rapu, Sweet Baby Silvernail, Torgir Langstad, Trey Contreras, Ware Panda 47, Wolfgang Wolf, Yannick from Montreal, Adam Pasio, and Matt Tyler. Thanks so much, guys. We are very glad that you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you find the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the new content we've coming your way.
In the description below, you'll see a link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs. You will have to sync and watch along in your own source material due to copyright law. On most things. Focus Features was the IT studio for independent films before A24.
Yeah, them and Searchlight, really.
Yeah.
Documentary film fun.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, it's Edgar Wright?
And it looked right in the camera.
Is this a documentary now?
I didn't know he made a documentary.
My good friends, Sparks.
I don't feel like they purposely have been trying to be mysterious, right?
I have never heard of them.
Yeah.
They really tiptoe through the tulips between beauty and revulsion.
You got Adolf Hitler on the keyboards.
Dean Martin was hanging out, and he would always look at Ron like.
Yeah, right. You think he just carries that accordion everywhere with him?
Yeah, for sure.
They're the best British group ever to come out of America.
If you try to describe them to people, it's like, what do they sound like? Sparks.
All pop music is rearranged Vince Clarke and rearranged Sparks. That's the truth.
I feel like such an idiot right now.
I've done my whole life and never heard of these people.
Are you a real band?
Next question.
Are you identical twins?
We are not identical twins.
How did you first meet?
We are brothers. There are 25 Sparks albums.
What?
With advances in medical technology, hopefully there will be 200 to 300 more Sparks albums.
We're going to get to the end of this, so I'm not going to know if this is real or not.
Yeah, I almost want to put it in my Apple Music just to see.
Yeah.
I'm not going to yet.
To shine a light on the Brothers Mail in sunny California.
Predator.
I was going to say Predator, yeah. Gonna have me some fun.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to come from anywhere.
This is what's tripping me up, is this footage.
Everything looks legit.
Our father was an artist, a painter. It appeared to me looks like that painting, not like the real thing is.
Looks great.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went to see Blackboard Jungle.
I've not seen Blackboard Jungle. I've been meaning to.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that. Yeah. This looks cool.
Music was really overturning that staid Eisenhower era lifestyle.
The beginnings of the beatnik counterculture.
Yeah.
It was a rich experience. It was more than just a movie.
The Beast from Hollow Mountain.
When our father died, obviously it was a traumatic experience, especially at that age too, that you never got to ask the questions that you would now like to have asked.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
very true, yeah.
I think it did bring us closer together. our mother decided that I should have piano lessons. Piano lessons were actually something I really enjoyed, and they would have talent shows at elementary school. Performing those talent shows was an addictive thing. It also blended in with our interest in sports.
Our huge passion when we were growing up in school was athletics.
That kind of shocking, yeah.
There's the same adrenaline rush.
All right, so very physical performers.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you're a rock star and you're on stage all night, you got to be in some kind of shape.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
2020 recorders.
People say that they don't see any Los Angeles.
We would always want to go see any British band that would come to Los Angeles.
The Beatles kind of merged it a little bit.
Yeah.
The Beatles on their way to the Hollywood Bowl.
Could you imagine?
No.
That'd be incredible.
God, yeah.
While we were at UCLA, everything coalesced for us as far as soaking in all of these things from the outside. It's really strange to have a song called Computer Girl because we didn't even really know what a computer was at that time.
This is a recording.
This is a recording.
She's got no legs.
The original AI girlfriend.
Yeah. I think Her is a ripoff of this song.
Right, yeah.
But once we got into the recording process, they turned out to be different. When I joined the band, it was called Half Nelson.
That sounds like the scene from our biopic.
I remember one time I made the comment that hey, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, they're great, huh? All the eyes rolled back simultaneously.
It could have been worse. He could have mentioned Chicago or somebody like that.
Hey, Chicago would come along and dominate the 80s and 70s.
It was just kind of a badge of honor, liking non-mainstream things.
Still is.
Early on, I was dabbling in French New Wave cinema and made a film when I was at UCLA. And I don't know if it's, I wouldn't call it a great film, but it wasn't.
Oh, don't be so modest.
Très serious, which means, I guess, very serious or something like that. Kind of inscrutable, those guys.
And I was taken by the creativity, the artistry, and it was something that you just knew was something.
Every office we'd go into was all excited.
Someone's been on the butterfly machine.
Right.
There's always just been one person that would kind of get what it was that we were doing, and the first one was Todd Rundgren.
Well, without me, there'd be no Half Nelson.
Rock God. I've never heard of him.
No. People are watching us like, God, these guys are stupid.
I feel stupid.
I do too.
Miss Christine was like my girlfriend for a while, and then she became Russell's girlfriend for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure Miss Christine played Todd the demo. She and Todd were together quite a while.
Christine said, "Oh, Todd, you've got to hear these guys. It's so great. You're going to want to sign them."
They had this rehearsal space called the Doggy Factory, which implied that doggies were made there, but it was actually doggy beds. We all sat down in some folding chairs, and they put on a whole show.
There was a paper mache boat.
I got in it as if it was like a Rose Parade float.
My wife thought Russ was very cute.
Russ was really cute.
Of course, everything that happened after that was evolutionary.
This is crazy.
It really is. The energy is wild.
Yeah.
We had what seemed like an unlimited amount of time in a good studio.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We released the Half Nelson album, and it didn't really get the commercial success
that guy's dead.
Right.
There's this force of creativity that goes into that experimentation. The culture isn't there yet.
It's the ultimate experience of what you want from your artist.
He's the guy now.
Yeah.
The album didn't sell very well, so the marketing geniuses at the record company said, well, maybe a different name. You guys like comedy, you like the Marx Brothers, you're brothers, so the Sparks Brothers.
There you go.
Okay.
And I hear this voice, and I yell, "Yo, turn that up. Who is that?"
And then you went to work for him.
But we still had no money, and we were on food assistants, and the checker said, "Hey, I saw you on television last week."
And then we have to pull out our food stamps to the nice lady, and then
Can we get approval for these poor guys on aisle 6, please?
I'm immune to humiliation after that.
Houston got off to a bad start and went downhill.
Playing for this redneck.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Needless to say, they did not like us very much. He'd throw the sledgehammer up in the air and catch it, but this time he didn't catch it, came down splam on his head.
Oh my God, Russ is gonna die.
Big brother Ron, of course, was very concerned.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh, times change.
The fact that the second album was more experimental than the first album, I think, was just a natural progression.
I said, if this album doesn't make some noise or do something, I'm going to go into another business. And so I started directing television commercials.
the sensibility seems to be something that we think would go over better in the UK.
I mean, it makes sense.
Would I look after them and try and secure TV, etc., and some shows in London and press? Which we did. The only TV we did, I think, was the Grey Whistle Test, which Bob Harris said was like the worst band he'd ever seen.
When we then got the follow-up gig at the Marquee Club, the place was packed.
Almost in that first moment when you see something like Sparks, everything that you ever feel about them for the rest of time is in there.
They've not played one song yet that I know from these guys. Yeah.
A guy who's his girlfriend, who happens to be from Germany, to his parents, who are Jewish.
Oh.
My favorite lyric, my word, she's from Germany. It's the same old country, but the people have changed.
Of course, Mike Myers loves...
Oh, yeah.
Had the record company at that point not decided that, well, we've invested enough, we're going to pull the plug.
Pack your gear and get out of here.
Well, this thing may have run its course.
Well, they still had 23 more albums, so apparently not.
Yeah.
It seemed to me that the only way that we could get this happening is if we made it a little bit more rock and roll, an English backing group with them.
So this is why everyone assumes they're British.
They seem British, they really do.
Being a British band was a lifetime dream of ours.
Straight away it worked. It just worked.
Well, everybody at Island was really ecstatic about the album.
Was that Kimono My House? Or
I
what?
think
Okay.
The first single I ever bought was This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us.
My granddad was a wedding DJ.
I liked Erasure when I was young.
Everyone at the record label said it's going to become a big hit if we can just get you on the Top of the Pops. Hi, my name's Russell. I was an American, and he went and made a phone call and had taken us off the show because we hadn't gotten work permits. It allowed another band, one of the greats of all time, the Rubettes, to take our place.
Oh, that sucks.
Does suck.
I loved his voice. You know, I guess it was kind of like a bit feminine, I guess.
This is only big enough for the both of us.
I instantly wanted to be the keyboard player.
I remember sitting there, probably with my parents in front of Top of the Pops. What is that?
Did you see that guy? The man who looked like Hitler.
Right?
Yeah.
The word of mouth begins in a way that is viral, like we now have, obviously, on everything.
2 years ago, there was somebody dressed like Hitler playing the piano on the BBC.
But I don't think you see Sparks. He's talking about Sparks.
That's...
From then on, every single piece ever written about the group would just say Adolf Hitler.
I think he's really clever.
They've influenced so many of my favorite bands.
Yeah, this is wild.
The cover's amazing with the two kind of geisha girls with the smeared makeup on.
Like fashion photography and at once making fun of fashion photography.
The joy of actually having this fantastic 12-inch vinyl.
It is Kimono My House.
Yeah.
All right.
It is very, like, Who-esque. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember being really excited about seeing them. It was a given after they'd been on Top of the Pops.
Yeah. We were detectives in terms of actually finding stuff out about them.
It's like the Swifties now. You know?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Somebody cut the budget the morning of the show, so they cancelled security.
Oh my God.
Obviously, Russell was beautiful, but I always loved Ron. He's different. Oh, that's me. That's me. That's me. I've just put my arm around him.
I can't believe they didn't have security there for these live shows.
That's nuts.
The French cinema or the Beach Boys.
Oh my God!
I was doomed forever to be a child.
They almost sound like Queen.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I bet, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's always massive pressures if you've been successful the first time.
Yeah, what's next? Yeah.
And you had to kind of keep up with that by coming up with the material.
How come they didn't get a British accent like Madonna did?
I know, right?
We'll go along with whatever you want.
I like that cover a lot.
Yeah.
There's where somehow they marry their music and their visuals.
They're obviously being kidnapped. Probably they're going to be thrown overboard and drowned. They have somehow not been drowned. They haven't been thrown out of a car.
Do we carry on using the same formula, or do we change the formula? And I was one of the things that was moved on, but that's okay.
Everyone has a pretty good attitude about it around it.
We're not going to be fooling either ourselves or anybody else if a thing just sounds like it's going through the motions.
I know that feeling. Maybe that's just the coming from a place of art, not necessarily trying to make a hit.
Yeah, their sound has definitely changed song to song, yeah.
Dinner for 12 is now dinner for 10 because I'm under the table with her. I mean,
Wow.
What made it even weirder was the only song of theirs that I was convinced wasn't dirty was called Tits. It's about a drunk in a bar. His wife's tits are no longer recreational pleasure objects for him, but she's using them for feeding the baby.
You can look at the idea and laugh, or you can go deeper and grow and maybe have a good time.
One of the things like why a band like Sparks isn't as big as the biggest bands in the world, because they're fucking funny.
We were so irate, just lack of acceptance for what we thought was an amazing album. We were seriously considering recording Louie Louie as our next single, just for spite.
Like Weezer doing covers now.
Yeah, seriously. Their whole album's covers.
Yeah.
They don't want to live in London anymore. They want to go back to LA. To ditch the band needn't have been part of that.
I could understand why. They don't care about the money or the fame. Art for art's sake. I respect them for it.
Ron and Russell always had a desire to write music in movies.
Tati at that time was looking to expand his audience to younger people.
Our film project with Tati could relate to that cake. It's just fallen to bits.
His health was not as good as it had been, and so the project just sort of dissipated. We have very few things that we regret not having happen, but I probably would have retired after that.
Evolving their concept of art is paramount to them. That's what they have always striven for and believe in.
I think when we did Big Beat, we really just wanted to change the sound yet again.
In any sort of art form, you need to keep pushing yourself forward.
I love you guys.
Sparks is musically an enigma. Indiscreet doesn't sound like Come On to My House.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sparks are always pushing new boundaries and changing their sound, often to the deep frustration of their fan base.
You shouldn't pander to the expectations of the conservative element of your fan base. You'd make conservative music.
There's probably two of the most politically incorrect songs, which are White Woman and Throw Her Away and Get a New One.
Oh my God.
A desire to stir things up and shake things up and make you think.
My first experience of Sparks was watching the film Roller Coaster.
Okay, so they are in movies.
Yeah.
I had never been on a huge movie set like that. Ron said, maybe this is going to be the one that breaks the band. Worldwide disaster movie.
Okay, that kind of makes sense that it's a disaster movie.
Yeah. I've never heard of Roller Coaster.
Me neither.
Roller Coaster is kind of the Citizen Kane of disaster movies.
Oh my God.
I kind of want to watch that.
Right?
It's like some Final Destination stuff.
Except all practical.
Yeah.
And then we got a phone call saying, Big Beat didn't do what it was supposed to do. We're flying you guys back to New York. They came out with a new record introducing Sparks.
Here you have Russell, and here you have Ron here. Cool. I'm into it.
I think so much of their music requires not taking it on face value. If you want to just absorb it, you're going to be missing the point entirely. They came of age at a time when people could only take things at face value.
Everyone was way too literal.
I mean, Ronnie was really desperate too at this time. I mean, he knew it wasn't working.
Is this like kind of dinosaur music? We never felt that before, and we've never felt that since. We had to find a proper direction so that we would feel unthreatened.
Because then you're just copying it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to be working with Giorgio Moroder on our next album. Oh, that's funny. Giorgio didn't mention that to me.
Oh, my God.
Gulp.
Because it was a total lie. We wanted to work with Giorgio Moroder.
And then she said, well, I could introduce you.
It really was pretty brave of him.
The Roland synthesizers.
He just really committed to that mustache, didn't he?
Yeah, it's like forever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a great idea if we just made a synthesizer record before the 80s?
Oh, this is as 80s as it gets, man.
It took 1 year after that album was recorded before a label wanted to sign it and shipped it off to Richard Branson and company in the UK, and they agreed.
This was probably one of the first electro pop dance records of all time.
He does have a great voice, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Like, really unique.
This is like full-blown Depeche Mode, you know what I mean?
It was a huge influence on our early material, but this combination, it was just perfect.
As a synthesizer duo, I guess you could say that they sort of set a template.
Seeing them on like Top of the Pops around that time, you know, it's a very sort of stark, dynamic.
It's a look, isn't it, which we just stole from Sparks.
I was searching for music to put in my DJ sets. I came across #1 song in heaven, and it was all synthesizers, and I was like, this is great. Oh my God, that's too fast.
So way ahead of their time.
For sure, right. How do they not get more credit publicly? Like, nobody, I've not heard of this at all, and it's just like, they seem really innovative for, like, being so under the radar.
Probably because they're, pre-MTV.
Right, that's true, right?
And in a way, it made the image more impactful. Paul McCartney did that video coming up. It was all Paul McCartney doing loads of very instantly recognizable characters, and of course he did wrong.
Yeah.
How cool is that? It is the ultimate, and it's Paul McCartney.
Terminal Jive. It's a great name.
Yeah.
There was the song When I'm With You. It wasn't anything that we kind of planned on, but it became the biggest selling song that we've ever done.
Okay, this is a cool music video.
Yeah.
It's a love song. Someone's in love. Okay, I know what's going on. The more he sings, you realize that you're listening to somebody panic.
And this kind of reminds me of Wings a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Each song has such a personality to it.
It can be seen as being insincere. In reality, it's the thing that makes them more memorable.
My relationship to Sparks, like most everything else, is based on coffee.
The one place you could go in Los Angeles was the farmer's market.
People started to say, I saw the Sparks Brothers at farmer's market. What?
One thing led to the next, and we poached their entire band.
Womp that sucker.
And then we were on a plane to Munich and recording the album.
It makes sense that they're big in that scene.
Oh, for sure.
80s,
Really was a conscious decision to work with a band.
They were like one sort of complete form.
The lyrics would show up and we'd go, wow, I had no idea.
That is a crazy way to work.
Seriously.
I've got a snapshot of your Aunt Marine. I can't think of a cooler way to start a pop song than that. Who are you? Who is Aunt Marine?
Two grown men being like, here are tips for teens. And thinking about like zits, like literally being like, here's what you do when you get a zit. Songs are about like two things. Will you please fuck me? Don't shut my party down.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, really, yeah.
The radio station that really mattered was K-Rock, KROQ.
I never knew Ron and Russell to ever make a calculated move.
Like, it was sort of like you just listened to K-Rock.
Hey, they're playing Tips for Teens on K-Rock every 15 minutes. I'm like, can we hear it?
We're going to be concentrating really heavily on the States in the next year.
We have Ron and Russell. Who is the older? You are.
That's good.
This is how you do an album cover.
They themselves are heterosexual, but they had a huge gay following.
I mean, that is in the great rock and roll tradition of F you, America.
Some dudes wouldn't even buy the album because they didn't want to bring it to the counter, but that's their problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit in any of the traditional roles that you would have in a rock and roll band.
Go for it, Ron.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes satirical, but never without some sort of witty point of view.
I hope you like our new single, Cool Places.
The video for that song was really played a lot on MTV in the States.
Okay, there's MTV.
There you go.
It's hard to overstate how important MTV was to the music business.
They took the videos in the 80s really seriously for that.
I thought, who are these two guys with my go-go?
Has anybody traced back that dance? People call it the Molly Ringwald.
I think we thought of it personally. When we saw Molly Ringwald doing it, we're like, oh my God, she stole our dance.
Awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We met on a Love Boat cruise. As you can imagine, I was madly in love with Russell all through my teenagehood. I basically threw myself at him. Let's put it that way. Now, like, I think of Ron, and I'm like, oh, Ron Mayo. Like, I mean,
All of the songs come from the perspective of Ron. The face of Sparks and the voice of Sparks is Russell. He's singing these really fucked up, like, can't get the girl lyrics.
Yeah.
He's celebrating all the things that awkward kids feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Your voice for people.
Yeah.
I thought they were one of the biggest bands in the world because if you lived in LA in the early 80s, that was pretty much the impression you got.
Sometimes I forget how long Al Yankovic's been around. He's pulling like 5 decades himself.
For a minute.
We really do enjoy those periods when we do have commercial success, but we wanted to do something that was not as easily pigeonholed.
Sparks are a lot of things that many Americans don't seem to care for.
People were immediately, taken aback. They just thought they were weird or that they were a novelty.
So maybe we'd be more familiar of them if outside the United States.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to say they're back to delight us with a record entitled Change. Ladies and gentlemen, Sparks.
they just keep doing it, and they've never let anything stop them.
If you change too much, I think it upsets people, but in their case, they needed to.
The rain is falling down.
It was kind of more muted and it was sort of darker.
You're funny as could be, and all of a sudden it's devastating.
Our record label didn't want to finance a video.
Treatments, they can contact me through London Records.
We billed the record company for the £2 to buy the board that we made the TV out of too.
There was one time where the head of that label, he just said, write some music that you can dance to.
Music that you can dance to.
It's a big FU to the label.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's a great name for an album.
It is.
It's not, and it's mocking that idea. And here's your fucking dance pop record.
Yeah, that's great.
The record executive at that company took it the wrong way, severed our relationship with that
Oh my
label.
God.
Fuck the guy from London Records.
Right? Yeah.
And they said something in the email like, yes, that was in a really cheesy 80s BMX movie called Rad. I wrote back, yes, I've seen it. My mom was in it.
Nice! I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fun. I didn't know she was in that movie, though.
No idea.
They had less relevance than they ever had to what was going on in the market.
It was a very, very hard time commercially for them.
They recorded every day, sometimes 7 days a week. Had they have been two guys that did drugs and all of that and blew their money in the past, they wouldn't have been able to pay their bills during that time. It's
A little self-control and restraint.
Good for them, yeah.
Almost 6 years of rainy days.
Oh, not many people can say that.
Yeah, seriously.
I get emotional when I think about that time. Every day, like I said, sometimes 7 days a week, from morning till night. They were working so hard. They stayed so true to exactly what they've always been.
That's some conviction right there, yeah.
We devoted 6 years of our lives to work on a movie musical project that was called My the Psychic Girl, and Tim Burton was signed on.
Oh, Tim.
When we got word that Tim was bowing out of My the Psychic Girl, and there were tears.
Burton.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
This new Sparks album was out. Gratuitous sax, senseless violins. I was thinking like, oh wow.
That unusual duo from the 70s are back and still brilliant. Have they not aged? It's like a time warp.
Clean living.
Yeah.
They came back with a vengeance.
You know, now I couldn't imagine Ron without the mustache.
Right? Yeah,
I mean, really.
Oh my God, when do I get to sing My Way? Oh, I love it.
Our German manager at the time said, yeah, this is ein Hit.
Ein Hit.
Sparks singing When Do I Get to Sing My Way is like the ultimate statement. Okay, you liked it when Frank Sinatra did it. Why can't we do it?
We were being perceived as a brand new band now.
Some of the radio stations kind of accused us of ripping off bands that influenced by what we had done.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
We had a top 10 with When Do I Get to Sing My Way?
If we had stayed strong, we probably wouldn't have done the Plagiarism album.
It's a retrospective of their own career, but they've done it as grandiose, orchestral, bombastic versions.
Sparks is the quintessence of a band that starts and starts again and starts again. They can always move on.
Balls, all you need are balls to succeed are balls.
Balls didn't break through, but every time that happens, Ron reinvents everything.
It's almost as if they erased the chalkboard, you know, and started over again.
Say goodbye to the beach.
I have some reading to do about these guys later today.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look them up on Apple Music.
I married myself. I'm very happy together.
I'm very happy together.
In the 2000s, this was not popular.
Right, for sure.
Not being dependent on massive budgets, and record companies became a really liberating thing. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, the industry's changed so much.
My baby's taking me home.
It's an emotional song that has lots of bumps and curves. And
it was amazing to me that you could repeat a lyric and have it mean something different.
I can remember playing My Baby's Taking Me Home for a friend of mine. Her eyes just got wider and wider.
Man, that is a hypnotic, great song.
There were a lot of critics out there that wanted to be able to like Sparks, and Little Beethoven enabled them to do that.
And we wanted to go to the next step with Hello Young Lovers album.
It's like Blue Man Group, you know.
Yeah, right. All I do now is stick around.
Dick Around rips right through that and just gives you the underbelly of a pop song. And it's just the saddest thing in the world, and it's so fucking catchy.
Dick Around is incredibly demanding on me as a vocalist.
Yeah, I bet so, yeah.
If I was producing that song like a fucking idiot, I'd like put a beat on it or something. I'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then Sparks would have been like, no, you idiot.
With Exotic Creatures of the Deep, we were thinking about, well, how do you perform this live? You know, what would be the concept? What if you perform every album followed by the new album?
21 of our albums, the entire catalog, one each night live.
We're thinking about playing every song we've ever written, night after night in London. What do you think?
There were approximately, I think, 270 songs.
No. Yeah.
No thanks.
It was like boot camp. Well, okay, once you rehearse the first record.
Glam rock to, you know.
Yeah.
Well, by the end of week 2, you've got the second record sounding pretty good, and you've completely forgotten the first record.
Yeah.
No, seriously, yeah.
It was a test of short and long-term memory. I wouldn't advise it.
I wouldn't either. That sounds terrible.
I would not do that.
It was almost foolish.
You'd almost do like separate bands. You know?
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah. It's like we're going to need different bands for this.
Week 1.
Yeah.
It was almost like God came to me and said, Tosh, you must see every show.
Yeah, it's going to be different every night.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, no, it would.
As an audience member.
Go 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
With a different album every single night. It's insane.
So it went on for a month. It was fun. It was just exhausting.
There's a reason that bands don't do this. That's asking a lot.
I admire their stamina, but I admire anyone who went to see them 21 nights. I admire your stamina more.
Do you think there are people that went and saw every night?
Totally.
Ron and Russell came up with the idea of Ingmar Bergman, the film director, lured to Hollywood with the promise of big budgets and big bosoms. They performed it at the LA Film Festival and got a really good reaction.
We had met the guys in Franz Ferdinand 12 or 13 years ago and say, hey, we should try to do something together sometime. Hey, it is Alex Soprano, so we said, hey, Alex. He goes, hey.
Collaborations don't work. They don't work.
And it was so obviously a test. It's like, all right, you think you can collaborate, do you?
We opened up the door for any return ammunition coming our way.
Oh, this sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So this song was literally a strange little argument.
God, this is fantastic. Everybody was tentatively kind of going like, you know, this sounds like it could almost be like an album, maybe.
Yeah, Sparks is back. Okay, yeah, let me pay attention to what they've been doing over the past 10 years.
One of my favorite lines, it's kind of one of the, I'm borderline attractive from afar.
But afar is not where I can stay, and there you are. It's beautiful.
There's a real melancholic vulnerability about it. I often feel with Ron's lyricism that he's metaphorically like slicing his chest open and kind of going like, here's my heart.
We particularly noticed it in Latin America, where Franz Ferdinand are really popular there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Does Franz Ferdinand know how lucky they are that that happened? I hope that they were grateful and psyched. And I really think they learned a lot from working with these elder statesmen of pop, you know?
Listening to Hippopotamus took me straight the way back to Kimona My House.
This is like when we were back at Ron and Russ's mom's house, you know?
The reviews were incredible. It was, 4 and 5 star reviews across the board.
I wish you were fun. The public sees is that 90 minutes on stage.
That's amazing.
I would see these guys live. I think it'd be awesome.
But obviously we're doing all this because we really are passionate about our music.
They're so huge outside the United States.
That's absurd.
Yeah. Well, they're taking care of themselves.
They love ritual. Even the way their day is structured, wake up, work out, go to the studio.
They are rock stars that go to breakfast at the same place and get the same thing in the morning and then go work. They figured out what works for them and how to do it.
I hope they don't get bombarded by fans after this documentary came out knowing where they go to breakfast every day.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Ron and Russell were in Cannes and met the French film director Leos Carax.
We said, let's send Leos this project, Annette. Please, dear God, we don't want to have one more of those.
It will be amazing for them to be able to see their work on a big screen.
What about Roller Coaster?
Yeah, I still want to watch Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
To get a movie made is a miracle.
Oh! This was a Prime movie.
Oh, was it?
I never watched it.
Right.
I was like, what the heck is this? But
right. I've not heard of it.
Sparks have a certain sensibility that we've had through all of our albums. It's kind of something that we really can't change.
Being brothers has also sustained their creativity over the years. It's unusual, but they like each other.
And they are, they're polite and they're considerate.
We're able to work kind of without a lot of conversation.
Yeah, a lot of experience together.
Sure.
I have loved them for all these years, and I'm really proud of it.
I can't imagine having done a career as a solo artist. The two of us are sort of inseparable when it comes to our passion for music.
Yeah, you didn't ever hear him talk about splitting up and going solo.
That will kill a band.
Right. Oh, yeah.
To me, they've been such an example of how to age in this business. Not to reduce it to such crude terms, but they're just cool as fuck.
Yeah. All of the songs are mine. All 840 songs written by me. Just between you and me, Sparks. He's just a singer.
I wouldn't really see how they could have gotten any better because they were kind of unique, but they're doing something right.
Sparks is way more prolific than all of the artists we consider to be the greatest in the world, so it's overwhelming.
Staying true to our vision and being consistent for this long a period of time, the measure of success.
You just want to do your art and love what you're doing and be happy with it.
We're deeply appreciative. We don't take any of this for granted, and we'll be back soon.
Keep going, yeah.
Being Russell and being Ron and being Sparks, it's kind of one and the same.
They don't owe us anything. They give us the music. That's all we need.
When people come along 20 or 40 years later, you don't say, oh, I was there all along. You say, welcome aboard.
Yeah, gatekeeping is lame as hell.
It is.
I think the fact that they've always kept hungry and consistently pushed the envelope is exactly why I wanted to make this film.
But once you delve into them, the rewards are incredible.
Like, we wouldn't survive without the bees. Sparks are part of the ecosystem of music.
It's really awesome that we get to like nerd out over bands today.
Yeah, for sure.
And like that'd be so bizarre to like to be a band and not realize that you're influenced by them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Imagine that, like however many bands watch this doc and we're like, oh, so that's where that sound comes from. You know?
Seriously.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like back at the beginning of the movie, you get so much adulation from everybody talking about him. It's like this can't be real. You know what I mean? It's like this is so much praise.
It felt like a mockumentary at first.
It did because it's like it's all these people talking, all these huge monumental people talking about
Jack
this band,
Antonoff, the biggest music producer in the world,
right? And it's like I've never even heard of this band. This has to be fake, right?
I'm shocked by that.
I am too. It's obviously not the case.
But like, what's so cool though is that like so many of my favorite bands.
We'd like to leave you with a bunch of Sparks facts that are all 100% true.
Between 1989 and 1993, Russell was a NASCAR driver.
Ron has written many novels under the pen name John Le Carré.
Russell trained for 9 months as a jockey.
Ron goes on the alphabet diet, eating foods in alphabetical order: avocados or asparagus, day 26, zucchini.
In 1982, we started the first ever seahorse rehabilitation ranch, back in the saddle.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. All right.
But like I feel like so many of my favorite bands, like you can kind of see a trajectory, right?
Sure.
It's where like most bands sell out.
They do.
They change their sound, like the Goo Goo Dolls, right? For example,
Right, yeah.
they have a certain sound. I think it was like in 2014, 2015, they had like a straight pop album, and I'm like, this
absolutely.
is not the Goo Goo Dolls. You know what I mean?
Sure. Look at Madonna. You know what I mean? Like how much her sound changed. And
Totally.
you can say, well, she's cutting edge. She's looking for new things like this. I don't think so. I think she was more reactionary rather than.
I think she was cutting edge
at times.
at a time.
I think in the 90s she was.
For sure. 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s to a certain point. But like, she definitely went with the tide.
Right.
She didn't push against it.
Well, I agree.
She adapted. And these guys are just like, we're doing our own thing. Man.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. And yeah, Roller Coaster. Got to watch that still.
Yeah, Roller Coaster. That effect of the car going off into the building and then falling upside down. It's like, that was really cool.
That's bananas.
I'm sure it's a terrible movie, but still, that was really cool.
Terrible movie then compared to terrible movies now.
Oh, sure.
Way better.
Right.
But yeah, dude, like, and also Annette. I think it's called Annette.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out. I think it was like a COVID movie, because it came out on Prime, and I was like, this looks bananas. I don't know if I want to watch this, and I just never. I totally forgot about it. I think it's on Prime.
Sure.
It was a streamer. I had no clue that's what this is.
Yeah.
Makes me kind of want to watch it now.
Yeah, this is. Well, because what really got me wondering if this was real at all was I typed in Sparks Brothers, right, to find it,
Sure.
and the documentary came up. So I'm sitting here like through the first one, it was like the first half of the movie, like, why didn't I get like albums and stuff? Why did I just get the documentary? This has to be fake, but if it is, they did a really good job of convincing me because, like you said, the movie's real. Obviously, all the people they're shown working with are real. The crowds are real.
Yeah. Yeah, going straight to Apple Music after this one. But it's how I'm trying to think of other bands that are like comparable, because like, how do you progress from like progressive rock or glam rock to like Depeche Mode? You know what I mean?
For sure.
Or New Order, and the fact that they inspired them. It's like Blue Monday is one of the most famous songs of all time, and it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for these guys.
Right? Yeah, they're real. I looked it up. They're very real. I have some reading to do. I feel silly. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like that's part of the documentary, right? Is it's amazing that so many people have no idea about these guys, and I'm definitely in that camp. It does sound like outside the United States is where they really caught on. Like it's an American act, but America didn't get it, but everywhere else kind of did, at least to an extent. Man,
I blame the era too. It's like if they were to come out today,
sure.
I mean, we have everything available at our fingertips,
right?
With apps, cell phones, computers. It's like we could easily find this.
Sure.
And the fact that for 50 years, it's like we had no clue.
Right.
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And I'm a little ashamed to admit that I can't believe it.
Yeah, man, what a likable couple of guys too.
They're
you
so
know,
cool.
they really were.
They're so awesome.
Unassuming.
I would go watch them in a concert.
I would too.
Based off of this alone.
I would too. Like they're not pretentious. You know, they're not bitter that they didn't become, you know, international superstars or American superstars anyway. Mm-hmm. It's just really unassuming guys. Like, yep, we're artists. They're going to keep making our art how we make our art, how we think our art should be made.
Yeah, I like what Edgar Wright had to say too about like they've had enough like mid-level success to keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like so many bands take huge swings and are just like gone. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I kept thinking about like bands like Green Day, for example. Like they were like this kind of punky band in the 90s. Then American Idiot comes along,
right?
And then that's all they do. Now they just shoot for like big like arena rock, you know what I mean, or like rock operas. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's kind of tired. These guys like kept evolving.
Yeah, they did. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm kind of blown away by it, honestly. Like, these guys are amazing.
I just kind of want to like listen to like the music all day now.
I've got some research to do. Really appreciate it, guys. We will catch you soon on the next one.
See ya.